In the book, there's a conversation around design. With companies like Apple, we know design or where they're going with design. What about design for you in your films, in television? What is Bruckheimer design?
Well, you know what it is? It's not radio. It's film. You look at it. It's got to look good. So we put a lot of time and energy into making things really look interesting and unusual. We always try to put something a little special, a little different in what we do. So that's really important to us.
In terms of where the movie business is going, obviously you had a long run with Disney, and now you've got this new first look deal with Paramount. And you've talked about where Disney is focused on its movies and where you're focused on your movies. Disney obviously doing a lot of superhero movies. They're not the only studio doing that right now. Is there going to be superhero fatigue at some point?
I don't know. I just saw the latest Captain America. I thought it was great. I love being in the theater with everybody. The whole place is full. Everybody's cheering and laughing, and it's a great experience. It's what movies are all about. It's the reason you leave your living room or your kitchen or your den is to go and see big movies or small movies that are effective. As long as we make really interesting movies, people always leave their house.
The first film that you highlighted as part of this new deal with Paramount was that you're working on another Beverly Hills Cop.
Right.
What can you tell us about it, where things are right now?
Well, we're in the process of getting the script finished, and Paramount's very excited about making it. Eddie's excited. Brett Ratner's excited about doing it. So I think we're moving forward. I think hopefully we'll start end of summer, beginning of fall, and get rolling on it. I'm going to take Eddie back to Detroit. He's going to be in Beverly Hills. We'll take him to Detroit. So we're going to have some fun with him, and he's really excited about doing it.
And the other film that everyone has been talking about is the next Top Gun, which I could say you've been working on it, but you've really been, this is a long process for you and for Tom Cruise. And you made some headlines recently sort of setting the stage of Cruise versus the drones. Can you sort of elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, technology's changed, obviously, since we made the first one. So I think we're going to take advantage of what the world is like today, with the drones really kind of taking over in a lot of our wars. But, is the pilot obsolete? Are those guys getting those jet jockeys, are they gone from now? No, I don't think so. I think they're going to be around for quite a while. Because you still have to make quick decisions, and the pilots are ones who make the quick decisions. So we're going to hopefully highlight both worlds.
What's the timing on that one? What should we think in terms of when we might see that in theaters?
Well, we've been working on it for over 30 years, so yeah, I wish I could tell you how long it's going to take us to get there. But it's a lot of fun working with Tom, and unfortunately Tony Scott, who really came up with the idea I just told you, passed away, and that's very sad for us.
I believe David Ellison is a financing partner through his Skydance. The Ellison family, a lot of people talk about them. Larry Ellison runs Oracle. David's in the movie business. Megan's getting a lot of attention during the award season recently. What can you tell us about David Ellison?
He's a pilot, so that helps us a lot, let me tell you. He loves flying, and he's very excited about this. And David's got great taste. The movies that he's made have been very successful. He continues to make successful movies. He understands the business as better than anybody. For a guy so young, to understand the deals, to understand what actors work, what directors work, what writers work, he's really done his homework, and I'm very proud of what he brings to the project.
Despite the fact that you have this new deal with Paramount, you still have ties to Disney, and there are projects that you're involved with through Disney. Pirates of the Caribbean, the latest installment is one that people continue to ask questions about. What's the latest with number 5?
We're working on it. It's hopefully moving forward. Johnny's excited about it. Obviously, Disney is. We're excited about it. So hopefully we'll get that going this fall or beginning of the year if everything lines up properly.
Is there a 5th and a 6th? Is that, everybody loves to talk about these movies online.
We make them one at a time. That's how it works.
So Johnny will be back. Will Keith Richards be back, just out of curiosity?
I hope so. We'd love to have him back, so we'll see.
You have had huge success in film. You have had huge success in television. We could go through it. It's a long list, but obviously CSI's on that list. A lot of people are talking about this as the golden age of television. Financially, for you, what does that mean? Is there literally a pile of gold? I mean, has this been the most financially successful period for you because of all of the storylines tied to TV right now?
Well, you know, it's been great for me. You know, CSI and all the shows that we put on the air that are still running, even though they might not be on network. They're on cable channels and all around. But you know what it is? The reason they call it Golden Age is because the work is so good. I mean, you look at what the other channels or networks, HBO, Showtime, CBS, NBC, ABC, there's so many outlets, there's so many ways to show your work, and the work is brilliant. Netflix, you know, some of the series they have on, they're amazing stories they're telling with great actors. So our business, as far as television, is exploding. For an actor or a producer or a director, there's so many outlets to make little films, whether they're 30-minute films or 42-minute, or, you know, sometimes they have these big epics that go on for 3 hours. It's fantastic for us.
So does that mean working with Netflix, partnering with Netflix on original shows or even movies, that's something you've been thinking about?
Absolutely. We've talked to them about some things. Unfortunately, we haven't kind of clicked yet, but hopefully we will.
In terms of a show like CSI, how long can that show stay on the air? I mean, it seems like probably a long time still.
It's going on its 15th season. It wouldn't be on 15 years if not the writing was great and the acting was great. And of course, we have wonderful directors who direct our actors and take those words and make them come alive. We're about to do a spin-off, or hopefully a spin-off of CSI about the dark net, CSI Cyber, so we're working on that right now. You know, it's all about entertaining audiences. That's what we do.
So on that point about the CSI spinoff, I mean, you seem quite interested these days in how technology is influencing society and ultimately bringing that to the small or the big screen then.
Absolutely. You know, there's so many things have changed since I first started making CSI. You know, 15 years ago is a long time, so you can just imagine. I mean, I don't know if we had cell phones 15 years ago, but, you know, things change.
Some people might not know you got your start in advertising,
right?
So you know how to tell a story in 30 seconds. A lot of people in Hollywood are experimenting more with short-form video. Is that something that you're thinking a lot about?
No, we haven't quite captured that one yet. We're still doing our long form, but I think it's a great way for young talent to show their wares, whether on YouTube or other places, to make these little short movies, whether they're 3 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever they are, because we notice them when they're really good.